This guy only eats mac and cheese since he was 3 years old. How can he survive like this? And why does he do it? I have eaten only mac and cheese for the past 17 years.
Only mac and cheese?
Is that enough for your body?
Can you survive like that?
Walking into here, there's nothing in here that's like, oh yeah, I might want to try that. I've tried celery, threw that shit up instantly. I don't want to say I'm addicted to mac and cheese, but because it sounds so weird.
If there's someone addicted to mac and cheese, it's him.
What?
My body won't let me eat anything else. I didn't choose to be like this. Why do they have so many broccolis, you know? Do you eat the bush?
He has no clue what other foods are and how to eat them.
And what they taste like, probably.
This is a problem. It's weird for me to think of eating any food that's not yellow. My name is Austin, and for the past 17 years, I've eaten almost nothing but mac and cheese.
But he seems to be kind of upset about it.
It seems like a response of his body not being able to handle anything else.
It kind of looks like a choice, but he seems to hate it.
I mean, it's pretty similar to me, because I can only wear blue shirts.
You hate it?
Yeah, I hate it.
But you have to.
I have to.
This is my go-to pan, and I don't really like to deviate.
He doesn't like to cook it in a different pan. His grandma has a pan that he might use sometimes.
He only wants to eat yellow.
Probably meant him.
The fact that he even has to use the same pan tells me that this is much more of a psychological issue. It's really sort of being that obsessed about everything.
Try to keep everything super specific, so that way stuff just stays the same. I'm 20 years old and I live in Keystone Heights, Florida. I like seeing it. It's kind of crazy.
The kitchen is kind of yellow. Everything in the cupboard is yellow. Mac and cheese.
I don't think I've ever really met anyone who said, oh, I don't like mac and cheese.
So if you don't like cheese, you probably don't like it. But a lot of people like cheese.
And a lot of people like pasta.
But I do think mac and cheese is one of the most overhyped dishes in the world. If we're talking about food like this, we can talk about any food. Pizza is just way tastier.
I'll just take a seat at my desk, and normally I'll just watch some YouTube while I eat.
Also out of the pan? But how many times a day does he eat it? Is it breakfast, lunch, dinner?
How often does he eat this? Yeah, good question.
Most of my diet, like 9 times out of 10, in a given night is gonna be Velveeta shells. I'll eat deluxe 4 cheese and normal craft, Annie's, and Bob Evans.
You know what he's talking about?
Probably the pasta and the cheese. So it's very, very specific.
It's definitely a problem. I'm sick of it, but in the same way, like, I don't want anything else.
He sounds like he's sick of it, but he also sounds like the happiest person in the world.
What is his goal?
Are we watching a documentary about him solving this problem, or are we just watching a documentary about him promoting mac and cheese?
And enjoying life.
When I try to eat new foods, as soon as it enters my mouth, it's just like a sensory overload of all the things. This is the texture, this is the consistency, this is how it feels in your mouth. Oh God, there's the taste. Even if I like what I'm trying, I'll still have like this just kind of involuntary gag. If I don't like it, sometimes I've actually just straight up thrown up, like on the spot.
He does seem to try it out sometimes. Like he's just so not used to different foods.
Mac and cheese itself has a weird structure.
It's familiar to him.
Smoothies would be fine. He drinks water probably too.
I didn't even know they got mini ones, but I don't even want to try the mini ones just because that'd be different, you know? Anything that adds to mac and cheese, like it's mac and cheese, not mac and cheese and white bean.
That would make it already so much better. Also nutritional wise.
He looks all right. He doesn't
alright.
look super healthy, but also not like he's about to die. I kind of feel sorry for him. It just looks like a problem for his health as well.
How is he able to survive for 17 years eating only this? Like he must get nutrition somewhere else.
There's definitely a lot of things I'm missing out on because of not eating.
He knows.
Vegetables I know that I need to eat. Do you just eat an eggplant, like just take a bite out of it? Or like, what do you use an eggplant for? When I'm over there at the mac and cheese aisle, I know that there's something that I can walk up to and just, pick it up, put it in my cart.
Grocery shopping is the easiest thing for this guy.
You just take the shell, mac and cheese, there you go.
I didn't even find out that selective eating disorder was an actual diagnosable disorder until I was out of high school.
Selective eating disorder. It sounds like the food equivalent of OCD.
I'm not crazy, like it has a name. This thing that's been hanging over my head. So that means that I have a point to attack it from. I was diagnosed with PTSD from an abusive household. That's where I get the idea from, like, I eat mac and cheese because like in that time, it was the only thing that like, if I asked for, like on a bad day, wouldn't cause conflict.
That gives a lot of important information. He has searched for help because of this before for PTSD, but he's now searching for help again, so I don't think he found the answers. This dude's got a problem, but he's actually chill as fuck.
He's a cool guy.
He's a cool guy. In the beginning, I was like, I don't think a lot of people will like this guy because he seems to not have a real problem, but then you get to know his story better.
Yeah.
Jared's like my brother, essentially. He's like my best friend above all.
I think he had told me about it before that all he ate was mac and cheese, and it seemed kind of weird at first, but I don't really judge people. I don't know, because it's like, if you want help, I'm not against helping you, but it's kind of one of those things like you can't help someone that doesn't want help.
He can push him as hard as he wants, but it will probably only push the friendship more and more away. But he wants to change, so let's see if he will change.
I exercise 4 times a week, really heavily at the gym. I'm at the age now where I know that my metabolism has slowed down. I definitely know that I have to maintain physical activity to keep myself fit. It's to counteract my terrible, awful carb-filled diet.
This is interesting. So he is working out, boxing quite intensely and often. And he wants to lose weight, but if he's not losing weight right now with like 4 intense trainings a week, lower the portion size of the mac and cheese. He might not be eating an insane amount of volume, but hitting 3,000 calories with mac and cheese in 3 meals is fairly easy.
It's a new doctor, so I told him I've only eaten mac and cheese for like 17 years. And he was like, when you're older, it's gonna be a problem. He was like, but for right now, I have no worries. More than anything, I wanna be like my best me. And I'm taking steps to get there. Tomorrow I'm meeting a new therapist named Ashley. It's like the stepping stone to being able to do the things that I wanna do.
Exactly, every time he tries new food, he's already going into it without any chance of it succeeding. It works like anything else in life. You're gonna go to a movie and you're like, oh, I heard this movie sucks. I don't think I will like this movie. That's gonna be a very small chance of you liking that movie. If you go into it unbiased or just like, I might actually really like this, or I think this can be good because it's the mindset shift, and that's what he's trying to go for.
This always makes me think about this metaphor. The framing is more important than the picture.
What is a normal day like surrounding eating for you?
I'll have like a box of Velveeta shells, mac and cheese. That's typically just what I eat through the day. Like, that's it.
That makes me want to look at what meals have been like throughout life.
Mac and cheese. All the adults said was just like, oh, he's just in his picky eater phase.
Yeah.
Learning to eat food.
Yeah.
I had to do the same.
Me too.
I had to sit down and eat all the food even if I didn't like it. Looks like that didn't happen. His parents were fine with him having mac and cheese and that's it.
If I sit down and like I'm in a room with the intention of trying a new food, then my stress like immediately skyrockets.
What we want to do as we're approaching foods is know what might happen. We're going to be working on building skills to keep you grounded in your body.
I think it's so interesting that he can talk about it so much and sort of is so aware of everything that is happening.
It's almost kind of weird to see someone be so aware of the problem and not able to fix it. How would you fix this?
Sort of small challenges to work towards a goal. Try smelling certain foods, getting familiar with certain foods, and then sort of working your way up to taking a very small bite of something you normally wouldn't eat.
I think he just needs to spend time with food. Other foods, even if it's just nearby.
He has so much insight and such an openness to developing a better understanding. Mac and cheese for many is a comfort food. It's not about that anymore. He would like to be able to eat other foods, to have variety, and to eat vegetables.
I think it went better than expected, actually. She's definitely really cool. Definitely gives me hope. I definitely didn't choose to be like this at all. Selective eating disorders has its hooks in me, and it's just like holding me back.
That looks like an open ending, doesn't it? This video was released 4 years ago. I hope Austin's mental health has improved. I hope that Austin is doing well, eating different foods, enjoying his diet, and is happy. Well, our wonderful, super duper mega great handsome editor, we love him, found an update on him in the depths of Reddit.
So funny that the editor himself wrote that.
Are you doing okay? Are you still only eating mac and cheese?
Oh.
Hey man, yes, I'm doing great. I really appreciate everyone's support and concern for me. My diet has expanded pretty significantly.
What?
I can now eat basically any simple pasta, tons of different junk foods,
Okay.
different types of mac and cheese, some fruits, and I've also eaten and somewhat enjoyed chicken breast.
Wow.
Wow.
So he got over it. In some, like, to a certain degree.
Yeah,
I'm so happy for him.
that's great. I'm so glad our super mega handsome editor found this.
Thanks, mega super handsome editor.
Mega.
If you want to know some other recipes that are even healthier than mac and cheese, then check out our recipe section in the app. Free workout app.
We've got a free workout app. You can check out recipes also for free. There's plenty of recipes, high protein, healthy. There's no mac and cheese though. This was a phenomenal video by Vice. Make sure you check them out in the description below and check out the original video. Smash the link there as well.
They make great documentaries.
Austin seems to be doing better and better, and hopefully soon he's fully treated.
It's actually kind of similar to the previous video where this girl has to sleep 1 week at a time and they couldn't really find a treatment for it. But if you want to see the full video, make sure to click there, subscribe, smash the link, and hit that bell. We'll see you in the next episode.